I'm going to cut the intro short today. Because I can. No need for an intro every day, right? It's an early stream, 1 hour earlier than usual. We've got stuff to do. The plan for today is the raid story, 9 through 12. Everything that includes. I'm probably just going to do that and then end soon after. I was thinking about, oh, that's a good way to start. That's a good way to start a new patch. But I was thinking about raiding. Well, there is a raid happening this afternoon as well for me, but with the static. I was thinking about streaming that, but it's just going to be more normal raid probably. Well, hopefully, because I won't be able to do the extreme just yet. Since I will not have it unlocked until tomorrow. But since it's going to be just said again, I probably won't stream it. Tomorrow we'll have content with the static, if all goes well, because then we should be doing the extreme. But today, normal raid day for me. I'm kind of considering like maybe going in on Reed Mage. Usually I like going into new content on Reed Mage just because, you know, you can res. And we know how new content can be. Plus it's normal, it's not like I need to tank it. I'll get some tank practice in on my ult later. So maybe Reed Mage. But also possibly Dragoon. So I don't have any responsibilities. Can't heal it, not high enough level. I haven't really played much Reed Mage this expansion. So other than knowing how to res, everything else will kind of be scuffed. But I think we should play some Reed Mage. Once we get there. Oh yeah. I want to go to Ildershire and check out the thing. I have checked through the crafted gear real quick just so I can like see what I might want and what I don't want. I actually like the design of the chest. But I think I might try to get legs from the normal mode. Because these legs kind of suck. Not gonna lie. Magic Children's Beard. I wonder how much that's selling for. Also, I should check those. Because I do have a gold certificate. I can sell something if I get it up there and people actually buy it. So I want to check them real quick. Just to see. God, my Reed Mage's gear is so bad though. At least it's mostly 620. Mostly. So let's say ornate. Going all the way to the bottom. I mean, they've already been selling for 20 million. That one, not so much. Could possibly undercut the striking and get a deal. Or the aiming. Because it is basically a free 20 mil. It seems like only Fending is really selling though. And what about the beard? Magicked children's beard. Yeah, that's already freaking low as hell. Holy. That got undercut to shit. Like, I would consider buying this now if you want one. 5.5 million's probably about as low as it's going to get unless it gets undercut even more today. Like, that's a good deal for a day one mount. I'll check it out again later. I'll just see how things are going. Like, it's really... It's worth it if you're going for, like, week 1 clear, right? If you're racing, because you get 2 extra 36 mouths on the ornate gear. Since it can all be 36th. But other than that, yeah. I'm gonna go to Radz@Han real quick and check out the gear vendors. Also, my face might be a bit bright today. It's like I'm on the first. Comedy. Skill speed crit. Generally I'd be like, oh yeah, crit skill speed, that's pretty okay, but I don't know if I like skill speed anymore. I don't mind this gun though. Sword. Skill speed crit being on every weapon though, however, is like a warrior definitely won't want this pizza cutter because it's got skill speed on it. Vessel. Literally, the shield is literally called Vessel. Her helmet is okay, but I don't know if it's Biss. The chest is actually Biss from Tomes. This tier for tank. Usually it's the legs, but this time it's the chest. Which is interesting. Everyone was like, look at... So now that chest drops from P11, they're gonna make it so the chest tome will be Biss, and then it happens. Gloves are pretty awful. Pants are pretty awful. Boots are good. That's an ass. Holy. That's casting. Alright, accessories are here. Good earring. Meh, necklace. Good bracelet. I do like the ring. Depending on how the stats look. Maybe 2 rings again, because I think the raid ring is strength. Not strength. Speed. Obviously I can't look at the savage stuff yet. But there are ways. There are definitely ways. I got some particles on the raid gear now, huh? So they've stepped it up even more. Last tier they had particles on the weapons, now they got particles on the gear. I like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, generally I didn't use them, but... yeah, so the legs are crit tenacity. And these are determination tenacity, so I'd rather grab the normal mode leagues, honestly. So I need 4 leagues. Ugh. That's a lot. So I guess that's what I'm trying to do this week on both my characters, is grab the leagues from normal mode. Okay then. Well, let's go to the place where it will probably begin and grab the quest. That means I need to win leagues from all 4 of the thingos. Yay. I'll have a lot of normal mode raiding this week, I think. I will be reading. We're back to our reading ways for this stuff. Ah, Tuya. I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake. After all, and Master Fortuno recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Claudian's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of pandemonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Etioscope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements to join you shortly. Okay. I didn't watch any of this last night, but I watched Xenos like start the quest and he's like, where the hell is that? Which is funny because he actually did the story this time. But I guess if it's something you don't really care about, you don't really remember, right? So this is basically as far as I know, we're going around there. Okay. Oh, let's see. How much PvP do they want us to do? 25 for the mount. Alright. Why is that guy so fast? Is there like a mount speed in here? I'm gonna have to do all 25 this time, but I will be on the starter center from the beginning, so it should be much easier. Pandemonium in the Ethereal Sea. What could go wrong? I've been waiting for this. God, it's cool. Let's see what horrors Yoshi P and the team has created for us. Fortuno. I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forego formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matters. Oh, I have auto scroll on. I was lucky I read that fast, but... Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudian, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Azazlar. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Ferrochemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the Professor, he was nowhere to be found. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so this trail was duly followed. However, trail led nowhere, in the most literal sense. It was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrestled from existence. Or wrested? I don't know. Wrestling existence. Further investigation confirmed the expedition party's suspicions. Nigh on an entire sector of Azazlar has been teleported elsewhere. Okay. Teleported? To where? And there, we believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea. Here, where its elegant facilities reconstituted as the halls of Pandemonium. To great success, as you can see. So was Pandemonium always hanging out in Azazlar? So that means Professor Claudian is in there, in that monstrous fortress. That is our lead in theory, we are certain enough. At least to risk sending you into the depths to search in search of our missing man. Yet before we do, there is another pressing matter. While Pandemonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behaviour with the Adioscope, and to our horror witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding aether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped. The Ethereal Sea harbours the souls of the departed. This is the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow was disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Precisely. Its safety must be our first concern. Priority, but concern also. Rid us of this menace to you. Then we will be at the liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. This memory crystal was recovered from Claudian's airship. Take it with you. It may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandemonium. Without Famous, there will be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are you certain you'll be alright? Famous isn't the only one who can summon our illusory allies. Call him Famous now. He isn't? What? Why, of course. I should have known someone of your talents would master even the ancient's arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. Ha! That's what happens when you fail high concept. It's literally what kills you is failure to imagine. Once we are freed of the Lumen Spectre of Pandemonium, you must promise to share your knowledge. For the sake of thorough reports, of course. In the meanwhile, I shall focus my efforts on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct the means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Everyone nods. Alright. A quick intro. I like it. I'll talk to these guys before I zone in though. At this depth, the ethereal sea itself poses little real danger, but we know not else awaits you. Not what else awaits you. I shall monitor your health from a distance, that we might leap to your aid should the crisis be at hand. In truth, my days are stuffed to the brim. What with all the record taking and document fetching, but worry not. The knowledge that the realm's survival hinges on my efforts sustains me. Alright, let's see how bad the DPS queues are. Shouldn't be that bad, surely. 19. I was expecting a little bit less. Maybe I will have to do it as tank. I just want to have a little bit of fun before I'm tanking the rest of the week. We'll see though. It might pop quicker than that. It's pretty cool. I like how the chains just end, like they're in the sky, right? They just end. Big old castle. So we are only going for leagues. Hopefully I can win a few of them. I don't want to have to like redo all the fights constantly this week, but it's gonna be tough no matter what, getting all 4 leagues. Maybe even in my static group, I don't know, like some of them might be like, I want leagues. Just so I don't have to wear the crafted ones, because they're awful. I'm going to have to do this again on my ult, like, grab the leagues, so... Hoping it doesn't take too long, because it just adds to more stuff I need to do. And we got our tombstones of comedy. I'll worry about like these things later. I don't care about overcapping them right now. I want to give this queue like... Okay. I was going to say, I want to give this queue like up to 10 minutes just to see how the DPS queues are. But yeah, they don't look that bad. It is early in America still. I mean, it's early here as well, but... I would not say this is prime time by any means. Let's see if we can survive. Hello. I already like the music. He's got a voice.
Must not be interrupted.
Holy. Cocky toss. Good old cocky toss. I might just give me a second. Jam out. I don't want to precast, I'm scared. Like it's pug stuff. Look, they didn't even pull on one. Eat, fight, eat, fight. See if I got any lag today. A little bit. Double weaving might be a bit harder.
Death brings me no peace. Such is my fate.
Wielding the power of ancient
Without equal.
Megas.
Flames take you.
Ooh. Okay.
Breath is laced with magics.
Yeah, I can't even weave there, then. Okay.
Ice bind you. Few can wield such power as mine. Ice bind you.
Well, at least those ones don't spread.
Shouldn't kill you.
I was hoping for more voice acting in the raids, and it seems like we got it. Good. Very good. Alright. He's a monk now. This is a Heidelin mechanic.
The first drops are always the sweetest.
Ooh. I don't know why I'm trying to double weave that. I already know I can't today.
I've had enough of you.
Alright. Something to remember there. Is that the AoE? No. Just addled for no reason. Beast. Charybdis. Oh no, PTSD. I went into the Charybdis. On heal. Well, I got the read off before I died. Okay. Oh no, it's fucking... It is Behemoth. Holy shit, that does so much damage. I mean, I'm under-geared. Sort of. I'm an under-geared caster. Well, I'm glad I finished Palace of the Dead now before this.
Disturbed once again.
Back to being a mage. So this is the bipolar boss thing. What does it mean?
Find you. Entertain me, my darlings.
It's similar to
Flames take you.
E11.
Flames take you.
Oh shit.
Shouldn't kill you.
Dude, I love day one raid. It's always the most fun. I've completely forgotten that I even have magic barrier. Like, completely. Nice of them to put the lines in for both. Rare combination, because last time was frontal, got it. I understand. And there's this the Tanker Buster. Don't LB, let's see the rest. Alright, so this is the beast again. He's doing Comet first this time. I'll go fast so I can give this guy space. Honestly, a good first fight. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it is normal mode, right? Anything could happen on Savage. There's been good fights that have been bad in Savage before. You go, Mr. Reaper. Alright, let's win the leagues. Easy, one shot. 78, that's not bad. But is it? Yes. Hell yeah. 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 leagues. Impressive work to you. Their memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. Is this Athena? Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. I am Athena, chief keyword of the Pandemonium, wife to Lahabrea and mother to Eric. And it is I who made Pandemonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. Who would have thought? I must say, I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there is no need. I know not what Lahabrea has told you of me, but all that I have done out of the sincere scientific curiosity. Yeah, that's basically what he told us. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. So you have no intention of halting your research? I have not endured this long journey to let my dream of godhood go unrealized. Ah, classic godhood is within my grasp. I must only reach it. The souls of the ethereal sea and the man you call Claudian are indispensable to my work. Worry not, for I treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. She's even more unhinged than whatever his face was from the last one. Hephaestus? You're as stubborn as Lahabrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools I require to make one for you. What? My crystal? Yes, that crystal teems with memories. I don't think that's my crystal. I think that's someone else. They gave it to me. Memories of two souls you know quite well, Lahabrea and Eric. I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls, that with their help you may come to see clearly. I hope she doesn't put them in the Lalafell and the other guy. Okay, good. I thought that's what she meant to do, honestly. How? Where are we? Surely these two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories, I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. Well, in this age, his soul is kind of gone now, right? Like, we basically ended Elidibus. Well, he ended himself, actually. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. I'm just stunned. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am unsurprised to find you here. Thanks, Lahabrea. At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this inequality? Is there somewhere we can speak without fear of interruption? Yeah, I guess. It's gonna be a bit weird for the others, but needs must, I guess. I would say that was a good first fight. Let's just go see how they're feeling about this. How unexpected. I do hope we can consider them allies. One with an aura of overwhelming authority and another that seems uncomfortable in his own skin. I believe I understand just well enough to be thoroughly intimidated. Yeah. Some hints I can glean from your surroundings that I would prefer you simply cut through this knot of questions. I don't know how long it's been to you, but it's good as ever to see your face. Would that it were under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we? And what events have led to this unexpected reunion? It's interesting that they said one that doesn't like being in their own skin. Because you know, Lahabrea has moved around. So I wonder which one. Ah, yes. I remember you telling us about this crystal. To think that it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why. Yeah. They were probably thinking, who was that weird cat girl that helped us? Like 10 years ago? Where's she gone? Our age had its share of surprises, if my memories are to be believed. The supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are, in the future where you, at least, exist. Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on? In a way, I guess, but not really. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form. As but memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. Agreed. But as memories given fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid to you in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Tuya. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandemonium. Maybe the giant fucking eyeball at the end of P8? Either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own. A shortcoming we must remedy at once. Because when you're in the P8 arena, there's a giant eyeball looking directly at the arena. It's like, I wonder who that is. We would do well to learn more of the pandemonium now dominating the landscape of souls. His colleagues will doubtless prove to be value in that respect. They are a bit afraid of you, though. Direct hit, obviously. Are those two over there researchers from this era? We must share what we know at once, that we may piece together this vexing puzzle. Puzzle instead of puzzle, okay. Pandemonium awakens. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Well, Ascians haven't exactly been kind to the people of Epirus. Although you may be but a confluence of memory, it is an honor to meet the personages I have only read of in 2 years' reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. It isn't my life I fear for. I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. Oh, okay. We stand before two of the ancients, who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. Well, I'm pretty knowledgeable, I would say. Like, I may not be an ancient, but I have been around them. But what purpose does fear serve, if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We can start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. She still seeks to transcend her mortal existence, so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it is known in this age, as the staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless well of ether. Practically. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Well, she is your mother. I think that's fair. She might be a bitch, but she's still your mum. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Eric would never want that. But these emotions remain, in memory, if nothing else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate Pandemonium and seek out Athena. I can. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. Man, reading is difficult. I forgot. These next 2 days are going to be difficult, guys. All that's left is to cross the menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? At least tomorrow there'll be a little bit less reading from time to time because MSQ has voice acting. I have one question for you. Does the word Auracite mean aught to you? Ominous music. Auracite. Why yes, there are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legends of Ivalice, and in tales concerning the Ascian Laha. Well, in tales concerning an entity known as an Ascian. This personage is associated with black Auracite known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it. Oh, interesting. Very interesting indeed. I must think. Leave me be while you attend to your task. Lahabrea asked me about Auracite and has yet to say a word since he heard the answer. Did I say something wrong? He is quite intimidating in his silence. I've read that the ancients were much larger than the people of our era. Perhaps Athena endeavoured to make them less imposing? From the outside, Pandemonium looks no different than it does in the past. Yes, menacing. Why'd you make it like that? Why does it need to look so scary? However, there is no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it has been cleared of threats, Lahabrea and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandemonium's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. Going in. I knew you would come. Okay. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? Now I don't trust Themis. Because he might be Athena. In disguise. I understand you may be confused. I was too at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena. Well, at least he came out and said it. Molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory. No more real than Lahabrea or Eric. Even so, I believe I have the grasp of the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her, have I the right of it? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I am sorry to say I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I am oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. There is no need for that pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion, nothing worth shedding tears over. We can free you. I thank you for the sentiment, But I am afraid that is quite impossible. Athena's grip on my mind is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Eric, so that she may become a god by gathering the souls readily available in the Sea of Ether. She tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you manage to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so give her the knowledge she desires. Okay. Beautiful. That's some fucking Dark Souls shit. I have seen this boss, because I posted it in my Discord. I'm like, manga, yes, dude. Look at that thing. So it's the second boss, huh? What's happening? Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for Tuya's success. Pandemonium, once a mass of lifeless stone, now infused with a soul. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habrea's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others, then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. Did they call it the Dread Beast Pandemonium though? That's the real question. It's like a spider. I like the black and white arena. It's sick. We got a freaking Yu-Gi-Oh puzzle over there. Huh. It's an interesting arena. It's pretty cool. Let's do it. Let's fight Spider.
Pandemonium.
I thought so.
From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
It is actually just called Pandemonium. Well, Efra and I were right then. It is the Dread Beast Pandemonium that we were going to confront. This arena's interesting.
You will go no further.
Let's see how it is.
Like a spider, I spin my web.
I have no idea. You can like connect them to things. Oh, are you making a bridge? I wonder.
This prison offers no escape.
Whew. Ultima. It's been a while.
I mustn't disappoint Lady Athena.
Okay, donuts. I'm in my melee combo, I can't reach.
Stay where you are.
Jesus Christ, the damage. Alright, Soul Grasp is, by the looks of it, a multi-tank buster. 4 hits. Damn.
Wet like unto chains.
I'm wondering if these waves make it so the arena is like accessible.
A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Yeah, you can move over there, but I haven't seen a reason to yet.
Lead back to me.
I don't know what happened to that guy.
I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power.
Is that gonna grow?
Stay where you are.
I love how he says, stay where you are. So the rest of the group can come to you, right? I love doing this when I'm undergeared. Like my raid mage is only just geared enough to go in here.
Awaiting death.
Alright, so that side has a ramp.
All paths lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable.
Touchdown, that looks like a charge. We all felt the same about that one. Dude, Ultima's gonna be fucking crazy and savage. It also applies to bleed.
And these cells are mine.
Should have got hit by that.
Stay where you are.
Jesus
Bear
Christ.
yourselves to me.
He's just pumping it. Just a healing check, I guess.
Shall be unending. For Athena. For
Parted
Mother.
plumes. I could see that being an annoying mechanic. There's a tank boss, the towers. Tanks, get in your fucking towers.
Your soul screams. Wet like unto chains.
Okay, so that side's getting webbed again.
These bars are unbreakable. Stay where you are.
I could see in Savage, like, you know, when you have to move and then suddenly move back because something could happen to the sides. I have no rolos.
All paths lead back to me. For Athena. For Mother.
I have no mana now. I don't want that. Get that away from me. Should I overblind? No, I'm not gonna do that. Unleash Ultima. So I wonder if we find the Heart of Sabik inside Pandemonium. Well, I died once, but I did get kinda left to hang.
Screams.
There was a tower back there, I didn't even notice. Kinda get left to hang dry by my weird friends. I was just in the middle of everyone, they were like, just gonna chill. Win the paints. 47. Not great, but we'll see. Might get lucky. Nice. That's 2. 2 out of 4. 2 more pairs of pants and we're good. That was an interesting fight. Not like hugely difficult. I found the first boss to be a bit more interesting, but the weird mechanic definitely has something to it. Alright, now we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or is that the Heart of Sabik? That was a beautiful display. As always, I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Tuya, is that? Pandemonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Apologies for not coming sooner. This space has enveloped by some foul energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that famous? Well, a shade of him. Just like you. Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. I like this black and white arena though, it's pretty sick. And there's one constant with Pandemonium, right? There are always many spikes. you can find spikes anywhere. You need spikes, just go to Pandemonium. But yeah, tethering to these towers with the webs, I don't know what it does. It makes you just get stuck to the tower, but these ones are the only ones that seem to matter. And they were done by the mechanic, so I don't even know yet. I'm sure it will be figured out. Probably have relevancy in Savage. That must have been famous, but how? Same as you, mate. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to the past events within Pandemonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve his whims. Her whims. Sorry. But is what Famous said true? She imbued Pandemonium itself with a soul? To breathe life into that which should never live. Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides towards figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. Seek the heart. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Ascians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true in Lahabrea's memories. The heart of Sabik to you, the secret to the Ultima weapon's might. Not least the spell known as Ultima, and a source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted with this Auracite by an Ascian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Well, unknown to you, perhaps. You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge, if there is aught you are withholding. I think we should tell La Habrea that he is in fact the bad guy. Very well. At present, the heart of Sabik itself is of greater mystery, I think. It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. This predates even Pandemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Auracite, studying it with a fervour unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was the Stygian crystal unlike aught we have ever seen, the heart of Sabik. Did Athena encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? You gotta ask. Maybe she is Athena. An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the heart of Sabik is not the only Auracite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it is not of our star. Much later we discovered that Auracite magnifies the desires of those who come in contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Auracite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. Giga-chat. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memories stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with our own, she would be reborn. An Athena reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. That's very cool. The monster unleashed Ultima. I can only guess that it was Athena's hand that placed such magic within the heart of Sabik. If so, it's only natural she would gift her own creations with such terrible power. The Emissary's Judgment. I have told you all I know of Athena. and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Sabik, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? During my fight with the ultimate weapon, I think. In which you triumphed but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day, an Ascian. And this selfsame Ascian was later struck down at a location known as a ferrochemical research facility. I've heard that name, and recently, the site of Professor Claudian's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing the ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession. A signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sabik. In which case, it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of a physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. If Elidibus is to be believed, he readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief. As you well know, you were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, and it has long since turned to dust. Yeah, but I exist. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we were to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Tuya. Famous. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond the gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Famous arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, God, Hephaestus is such a hard thing to say, man. You didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Famous would never have wished to be your enemy. While Eric's perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Agdistis broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus's mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in combat, I am certain it is not meant to endure. Blah, 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 blah. How did I even read through like all of the story of this game? Holy. If left weakened for too long, his aether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. The 11th circle. We know not for how long we'll have free reign to go between here and the Etioscope. We'll remain here for now unless absolutely necessary. The crystal. I have returned it to the safekeeping of your colleagues. I could find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. The space, on the other hand, is fascinating, wrought by the same power the key wards wielded, perhaps. It is fascinating. It's very... I wonder if you just die if you touch this without without it being weaved. Maybe in Savage at the very least. I don't even know if you can go over it. Didn't try. I'm glad they delayed a patch by or the Savage by a week now, because I mean, the game is a bit laggy for me to play right now, but that's its fact that I'm on NA with 150 ms. I need my VPN. Currently it doesn't work. It's kind of nice playing Reed Mage in these fights too, because I get a feel of like how much damage everything does, and holy shit, if Ultima and stuff like that is gonna hit that hard in normal, you better have your mitts ready for Savage. Alright. Let's see it. Who's the third fight? The Northern Empty.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Elizabeth.
Holy. A real Elizabeth fight? Brings a tear to my eye. Everyone's like, I don't want to fight him. The music's really nice and chill as well. It's like a chill version of Emerald stuff.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
You know me, the Naoe. With a bleed. Bleeds for the whole raid this tier.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Okay, so it's light. Alright. Shadow is pulsing outwards. Oh, this is a jam. Holy. Well, at least healers will have something to do with all these bleeds. Dark and light.
must needs be maintained.
Lights Discord. Hold up. I'll go stand in. I think I need to stand in the darkness.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
I didn't fully get to read it before I was dead.
These magics are not for you to wield.
Oh wait, after this. Tank Buster on a random guy because Tank was dead. Alright, so you gotta go opposite. Okay.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
I don't even have mana to res.
Will you be judged worthy to exist? Now to take your measure.
I think that's gonna ripple outwards, right? Yeah. There's someone in chat saying how to do the mechanics. What a nude. Imagine trying to carry people through the first run. Hopefully this is a good savage fight. I mean, it's the third fight the tier. I'm kind of worried. The third fight the tier is usually a stinker, but holy, it's Elidibus.
Now to take your measure.
I'm understanding it now, though.
These magics are not for you to wield.
The mechanics make some
You be
sense.
judged worthy to exist.
The first time they come up, though, like, only the healers survived. Dynus.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? For victory!
Got so much time for that. Have a magic barrier.
Warriors forged in my own image.
It's. Nope. Alright, so here is safe. Holy.
These magics are not for you to wield.
Should just anti-knockback, right?
Power
It sticks. It's Zodiac. Oh. I just noticed. I mean, Elidibus was Zodiac.
Now to take your measure. For victory!
When do we run away? Now? Right away. I love how there's a guy like calling ins and outs and chat every time, but I feel like we're at the point now where everyone has learned.
I shall never die.
He doesn't need to, but probably thinks he's doing a great job.
Now to take your measure. These magics are not for you to wield. Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Dyke? The tank bus is called Dyke? I don't know about that. It's just... It's a cool fight.
Or darkness consume.
Hopefully they don't fuck up the Savage. Please don't fuck up the Savage, Yoshi P and team. It's an actual good third fight. They'll fuck it up somehow. Alright, we got 2 chances at leagues here. I rolled a 4 and a 39. That's not great, but hopium. Sandwich enthusiast. I too am a sandwich enthusiast. Please, no one roll on the pants. Yes! 1 more pair of pants, 3 out of 4, and we're almost done. We're getting lucky. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of Orthouse, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is this? She's kidnapping him or something? I don't know. Free. Then I am no longer needed. You can't just dissolve. We've got so much to deal with. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. We need you, Bemis. You can't just unmake yourself right now, sir. We have work to do. This warmth, your ether. We could have done that to Emmett all the time. We just let Emmett kill himself. Oh no. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. Time enough to deal with Athena, I think. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Eric and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Also, like, this arena is really pretty. It's not horrible to look at, so it doesn't matter how long prog on this fight will take. I think it will be okay. If they don't screw up the fight, if it's interesting. It does have a lot of callbacks to mechanics that I've dealt with, though, so might not be too bad as a fight, also. As I surmised, Elidibus was constructed with the strength to see your battle done. Yet I fear his ether may not sustain him through another. The four of us together again. Although I may not have directly experienced our adventures, my memories make our bonds as real as any other. Famous, it's good to see you. I knew Tuya would guide you to our side once again. I am grateful she had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time seeing that she answer for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would share what you know. I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course. As I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Tuya knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. Convenient. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of aether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Claudian's soul while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she has turned her sights towards Tuya. Her uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. Rivals? I would say shatters. By scrutinizing her feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Tuya's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. We have to save Claudian. An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage... Honestly, Athena's looking pretty good. I wouldn't be opposed. He might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudian. What makes him more suited than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. I've never heard that used in my life. To reveal something, right? I've never heard that way of saying it. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Eric. Is he Eric from our age? Holy... What? Why would she? It is as I thought. Claudian is Eric? Oh my god. Maybe. Our course of action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Claudian. A difficult task to be sure, but one which the present company is more than capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers to go around. A mother's touch. That was a cool looking arena. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. Tuya, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. Sure. God or no, I shall cast her down. If you have faith in your victory, then so do I. And we all appreciate Tuya's willingness to fling herself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan, do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Tuya. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in La Habrea and prepare for the battle to come. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the Orosite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I have asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear. Maybe you'll get a chance to ask her when we liberate her. But let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as Lahabrea, but as a father to his son. Oh. He's finally accepted him. Sad. Sadness. Athena maintains absolute control over the space. Beyond the gate, she has doubtless built herself an abode worthy of a god, and now awaits the arrival of her supplicants. For now we place our trust in you. The rest must wait until we have Athena before us. Right now, Athena must be the sole focus of our attention. She shall not hesitate to exploit any weakness she can sense. Alright lads, let's queue it up. The 12th circle. Instant. Let's see what it's got. If it's easy, we know the Savage is going to be ridiculous. Feathers and angels and stuff. Wow.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
Who said that? I'm sure I've heard that line before. It's in one of the Ivalice raids, right? Holy. That is cool.
Show me your all, that I might become divinity manifest.
I'm just gonna triple weave everything because I can't frickin'. I'm playing with lag, I'm triple weaving.
Escape my eternal gaze.
What? I'm just gonna go over here then. I was too slow.
From nothing I mold life.
She molds. Okay.
You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
They've combined the music. Yeah, she was a bit off-scene to. That is the Tank Buster, which is also a shooty forward, maybe a knockback in Savage.
Chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
What? Okay, so this is the donut. that makes sense. First glance, it doesn't make sense at all. Are these gonna be at different times? Yup. Have a magic barrier because I don't know what abilities are. Ooh. Okay. Platform gone. Which means this mechanic's gonna be a bit harder. What? So you've got to have her tilted a little bit. We're good, Tank. Don't worry, man. Holy shit. Well, you don't need to have her tilted, I guess, if you can have her facing, but the way she is now. That's cool. This fight might actually have some tank stuff to do. Alright, we got AIDS. Please don't kill me. Ugh. It is the boss. Athena might actually be Ultima. Well, this one's the only safe one afterwards, but it's long, so I guess we can wait. Freezing? Shit, I did not pay attention, I hope. I was busy freezing, I couldn't pay attention to all that. Fucking everything. Dude, this music's good. I got sick of Scream last year, but this one's way better. No problem, man, it's my job. I'm here to res. I'm not sure which ones are yellow and which ones are red right now, eh? Can I take this? You guys go forward. Nice.
Shine brilliant for me!
What is this? Enchained soul. Spiritually chained to the crucible. Unable to jump. We can't jump.
Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
I don't have any mana. That guy's in a cycle of death.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
I'm just gonna idle because I'm fucking scared.
Shine brilliant for me! You cannot escape my eternal gaze.
Dude, this fight's fun.
Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
I'm hype. Yeah. I'm glad I came in on Reed Mage.
Forged from the fabric of creation.
That's a good fight. Even on normal, I feel like there's more mechanics having than P8, so I don't know how the Savage will be, but I could see it being rather hard. Now we've got little blue eyes in the sky. Some guy's like, sorry for dying a lot. Dude, it's day one. Who cares? Everyone dies a lot day one. Here, have a commendation for dying a lot. Give me my pants. Please give me my pants. You know, I haven't played Elden Ring yet, but I know the arena sort of looks like this for the final boss, so I'm like, man, that's some Elden Ring stuff. We got Elden Ring vibes happening. I got my final pair of pants. And Athena just lies on the floor, awaiting her final judgment, I guess. Overall, I'd say those were all pretty good normal fights. I think the second one was my least favorite, but that was still okay. It just wasn't, like, amazing like the other ones. Countless years I waited within the stifling crystal, and now, when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is naught but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena? At the end of this road... God, I was about to say world. What did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. How unlike you, Eric. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon the hypothesis, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. What the fuck? Irrefutable proof. She's gone zombie. My theory was that any true God would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. Athena is a crazy bitch. That's all I can see from this. To prove this could not benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards, that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it? I mean, that's the Essene way. In that, I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the self-same course. True? If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Erosite made such thoughts irresistible perhaps, but it cannot have created them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Eric, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool. Oh, damn, that's rough, mate. And like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feelings were of your design. What is she doing? Is she casting Ultima? That looks like an Ultima in her hand there. You created the boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic. ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise, I was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, if the star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. She is unleashing Ultima. We've been here before. I don't have Hydaelyn though. Yet. She aims to obliterate the Ethereal Sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, Lahabrea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed aeons to find its home in another. One whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memories seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know. But if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. Teddy is proud. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. I think I should have turned the BGM down a little bit for this bit, because holy shit, it's blasting me. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Eric, do not dare. Oh, he's daring. Get her, Eric. No, stop this. Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own, and I have found my true family. Ugh. My power wanes, the vessel rejects me. What's this? Ah, the mask. Well, we got Claudian back. And Ultima wasn't cast, but new problems. What is happening? Athena's magic should be impotent with no body to fuel them. I think Pandemonium might be falling apart. Precisely. Athena was the sole force holding the space around Pandemonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this happen. We cannot let this be Tuya's final resting place. Or Claudian's, I guess. Are we just going to leave Athena here? Maybe it's for the best. Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing, that you would even be capable of defying me. Ah, is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, burying you under its weight. How disappointing, truly. Useless to the last. Damn, she's a cold bitch. And who made me that way? You know, Eric didn't have the best parents, but at least his dad's proud of him. After a time, sure, maybe. He wasn't the best dad to him, but he's proud. His mother, though, what a bitch. Created them only for evil purposes. Now it's so quiet. I'm going to turn the music back down though, just in case it tries to blow my ears off again, because it did get a bit loud there when she started casting Ultima. At least on the surface, Professor Claudian appears unharmed. We must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. Guess I will place that down there. And I got my 4 pants. Hell yeah. Questions, questions, and more questions. Why did Claudian set out by himself? What did he see? Oh, I do hope he wakes up soon. Triple dot from La Habrea. Although Eric was naught but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. Well, he's right there. He might be a different person, but he is right there. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment, not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look over Professor Claudian and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I shall not take no for an answer. Well, it's just gone, I guess. It's fun while it lasted. We shall stay here and wait for Claudian to regain his senses. Pray rest while you can. I literally cannot. It seems we can do naught but wait. There is no time for rest. This is the finale of the story. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. You want to know about yourself, do you? While your colleague Nimgigi was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Ascians, La Habrea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there was no evidence connecting the Ascian to myself. Yet I am aware that this La Habrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Ascian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? Well, you are in a way. Might be a different body, but the same soul. I see. If you say it is so, then there is no reason to disbelieve it. These Ascians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered worlds. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and still, I find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. I hope I didn't accidentally skip a dialogue box there, because I did click right before that one went up. To choose the path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, this is a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Classic. Sounds very Ascian. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool to my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. He's waking up. Ah, it appears Claudian has awakened. Hello, Claudian. He does look like Eric now that it's brought to our attention that he is Eric. He does look like Eric. You know, different here, but the eyes, the skin, it's the same. Tuya, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. La Habrea, Eric's memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least, I will hear no more. Though you may possess Eric's memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. It's fair. Of course, I would never condone the actions of an Ascian. But you are not him, you are La Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that you deserve the utmost praise and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. He reminds me of Emmett so much. If only we got this La Habrea in A Realm Reborn. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. My stomach is apparently one of the secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers, the path. However, I would insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. I guess you'll be doing the same, Themis. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. Your turn. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. Okay. You shall journey to the past and seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. Of course. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one last time as I await your return. Say it. We're saying goodbye to the whole crew. Now all that is left is to return to Pandemonium, ask La Habrea to shed light upon its few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. I too shall stay here and await your return. I could use the rest, and there is a matter I would discuss with you and Themis before we say our final farewells. Resiant and I shall return to Aporia and make our report to Master Fortuno at once. Oh, where to begin? I believe we've yet to see the full effects of these events we'll have on the Ethereal Sea. Once Professor Claudium recovers, we must conduct a thorough investigation. Alright. Let's head back to Alpus. Travel back in time. I'm just reading Discord for a moment. Hey, we're discussing what we're doing. Like, has everyone done story? Nope. Story is tomorrow for me anyway. I was always planning on doing it tomorrow. I really enjoyed pretty much all of those fights. You know, the second one was probably the least enjoyable, but still alright. A lot of damage though. Like, I could see some big body checks happening. There maybe some Heart of Corundum on the casters and healers, stuff like that. That is if I play Gunbreaker for Savage. Oh, there's people in here. Interesting. Do you have aught to report? We must free the rest of our colleagues. Hegemony. Pandemonium's protective wards have been restored. Hello. Ah, you must be Tuya. I am Hegemony, Keyword of Abyssos, but I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before after all, although I was not entirely myself at the time. Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are once more mine. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Nice. A nice touch. I like how the weather here is pandemonium as well. Didn't mean to look up my skirt real quick. It was a mistake. We just have to come back to P8 one last time, huh? That Athena would build all this. The eyeball's still in the sky. This isn't all she's left behind. Tuya, I didn't expect to see you again so soon, but this always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hegemony and the other keywards on the way here? Wardens, rather. Warders, not keywards. The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. So have I. Tuya, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I am wrong. I'm looking for answers. I'm here on business. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. She has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We brave pandemonium together. Why not at least share with her our progress? I have relinquished control of pandemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemiphoi. Thus were we able to restore Hegemony's mind and body. I noticed. Yet there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandemonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would be a witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief. But I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere. No matter what may happen. Okay. I shall not interfere. God, I wish they would voice act these cutscenes though, holy. Stay here. This will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master Lahabrea? There is still much to be done if the warders are to be freed. You have served within Pandemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior key ward, now that Igdistus is gone. As such, you deserve to know the secret. Few others are privileged to hear. One concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was once at the time of my appointment as Lahabrea. I'm adding words that don't exist. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master Lahabrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner a cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a hemiophosis, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magics used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistus, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, Keyward and Warder alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before, regardless of Hephaestus' prowess. He could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Uh-oh, hegemony. None would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision of Pandemonium, but Athena's. Master Lahabrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, Lahabrea? Did he say silence? I clicked. I didn't expect I didn't expect like it to instantly go into another one. I clicked one time only. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of Valstar in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. He's powering up. I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight, engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true Lahabrea. Okay. Well, I guess we know why Lahabrea went mad now. Again. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. He burnt out the bad, basically. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbour ill will towards me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Well, you literally set her on fire. So it's understandable. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandemonium to divert my focus. Hegemony, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison. None other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of Keyward? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestos's. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. Lahabrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice once his judgment is sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. and should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same to you. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. Well, at least he's a knower. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Mate, I've already killed you. Master Lahabrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubt, and I shall not fail him again. If not for you, my long slumbering demons may have gone unslain. I would have never been forced to reconsider my true nature. Yet, as I said, do not consider this an admission of debt. Now, I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects. I don't want to stay here. This is the prison of hell. From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way, I shall forge my own future. Good on you, Eric. Hephaestus and Lahabrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all is as it should be. Now we go back to the future. Oh, that's a good wrap up, man. I enjoy it. Alright. And in this last quest, I assume. Take some skill speed material. I don't know. Like, I've looked briefly at the stats for the crafted gear and stuff. There will definitely be some skill speed in it. I don't think you can either hit 2.5 with the crafted, and it's going to be quite hard with the raid gear as well because the ring has skill speed on it. But I guess strength tiering might do something there like it did this tier or last tier now. It'll be interesting to see. Tank gear, by and large, has been a bit scuffed in the last two tiers, though. First tier was really fun for gearing, like you just took the good pieces and went from there. I guess it's time to say goodbye to Elidibus for good. Ah, you are returned. I shall like to hear what you have discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. Your friend? There you are, Tuya. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Azazlar. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Eric's place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Eric's soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Eric exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Azazlar was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I am still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for the events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated. Well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Indeed. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be absorbed. For some time, the question of why Lahabrea and Eric would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Eric's memories, and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together? Okay. Let us witness the final thoughts. I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. Lahabrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus, Themis, has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandemonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, the responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandemonium from both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future even if I cannot. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another woman like my dear friend will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where she is now, how many souls she has saved, and how many beasts has she slain since last we met. A lot. Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish to you. May we meet again. Well, we did. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste. I repeat. That was a nice message. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humouring me. And now we come to this. It survived. Is that the Heart of Sabik? Yes, the Heart of Sabik. Why am I shocked? I already knew. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body. No doubt, when I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Orosight yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. As long as you don't start casting Ultima, we should be okay. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. See you, Eric. I'm sure that won't come back to bite us. Hopefully. Just me and old Elizabeth now. Shit.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
They put voice acting. One cutscene, I guess, but still better than
As
nothing.
has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored.
I guess there was a bit of voice acting actually in the raid as well. They did a lot more than usual. Good job, Square. Keep it up. Do more next time.
I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
Probably to make us cry, honestly.
So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper.
Hmm?
Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
Yes.
You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best.
When did they start playing Flow?
Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth
Mm-hmm.
into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis.
Hmm.
And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret.
He loves us.
That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey.
I hate that they chose to play Flow.
and among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
My eyes. They've got water in them. They did it again. They made me cry for another Essien. They meant to be the bad guys.
How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
What's that? Oh, man. Holy. Welcome back to you. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Honestly, he made me cry, I forgot. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, this is a gift I could never hope to repay. As La Habrea said, I am not Eric, yet I bear a part of him inside me. And I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervour, the likes of which I have not since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. Moons? When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your soul. Sound Council. Not my soul, we don't want that. Sound Council. Until then, may you fare well. Awesome, Jail. Great job. Dude, that was a really good quest line. Holy. It's hard to say if it beats Omega for me, because Omega was my previous favorite. It's been a while since I did it, but I would definitely put it on at least equal footing. That was really good. And now it is done and I feel empty. That was a really good one. It made me cry at the very least. So it must have been a good storyline, right? given Elizabeth's voice acting and Flo playing in the background right at the end. It's like, there you go, have some emotions, you bastards. I've already said goodbye to Elizabeth once before this expansion. Why'd they make us do it again? Whoa. You can get Lunar Envoy gear now with your retainers. Sick. Of course, my nose is now like, you know, included with the crying. The nose starts crying as well. That's pretty cool. I don't think this will sell at all. Is that an upgrade for my... Probably not. I think I geared my samurai a little bit. No, I have Abyssos. I can put up this materia though. People are undercutting. It's piety. Whatever, right? But it will sell. I'm patient. It might not sell fast because it's rubbish, but it'll sell. I'll put that up for 500 as well. Obviously it's no, let's see how much these are. Just to check. They're not even that much. I was expecting more. Yeah, they're all cheap, actually. I wonder how much the crafted gear is right now, also. Like, there's this one, which I'm still thinking about grabbing because I do have a gold certificate. It's still an easy over 15 million. 1.5. Someone bought a non-high quality one. Why? Oh, why? Oh, why would you do that? Man, that was a good raid story though. I enjoyed it a lot. Holy. I was hoping Pandemonium would be amazing end story, and I would say it didn't disappoint. In the beginning it lost me a little bit, like, you know, the first tier, because it was just a little bit weird, but second tier picked it up a lot. It was always interesting though, because it's like, who is La Habrea, who is Elidibus? I mean, you already knew, sort of, that Themis was Elidibus because of the voice acting at the end of the MSQ for Endwalker, right? So it wasn't that hard to understand that. Oh, but that's pretty much it for me today. I might have raid in like an hour. Hoping they just want to do normal mode so I can go in on my ult and get that done. I definitely can't do the extreme trial right now. MSQ will come tomorrow though, on stream. I just haven't got enough time to do both today. I would generally do the raid and then the MSQ, but if I'm raiding and I've got other stuff to do this afternoon, then I don't have time. But tomorrow I'll start... I don't know if I'll start like super early. Probably just an hour earlier again. It should give enough time. I won't look at spoilers, but I'll look at the average time that people have taken to complete the story, I think. Maybe I'll flick through... I know Preacher's doing it maybe tonight? I think tonight. So maybe I'll flick through his VOD in the morning. Just when he starts the MSQ and when he ends it. Like, I won't look at anything else. Because then that gives me a pretty good glance, because he is also a reader of everything. So that might give me a good wrap up. I think I read even more though. I talk to all the NPCs, so I'll add an extra like 20 minutes. Because then I can play it accordingly and hopefully do the extreme tomorrow as well. Get those weapons going. I am no longer Biss. Oh no. I've got to keep all this gear though for top, so it is what it is. I still don't even know what skill speed I would need to run in top, but I guess I'll figure that out before I go in there. It doesn't really matter immediately because we're doing Savage first. But yeah. Good story. A lot of fun. Good fights too. I thoroughly enjoyed 3 of the normal modes from this tier. The second one is the weakest for me. Like, turn 10, which follows suit for Shadowbringers. I hope it's not another Shadow Dog, you know, that fight was so boring. But I'm hoping that this fight is sick. Even though it's the third fight, you know, there's generally a bad stigma with third fights of the tier. I hope it's amazing because it's literally a fight that people want, right? And this was cool. I loved the platform breaking and stuff. That was sick. This might be interesting in Savage with the different platforms at least, and I think this will be okay. It's a good first fight. I don't think it will be super ridiculous. And also, these fights, these two at least, allow you to position the boss as a tank. Which is good. The first one didn't really seem to. The second one obviously doesn't because he's like the tree, right? So glad there's no tree this tier. Thank God. But yeah. Tomorrow shall be story time, the MSQ. We'll get that all wrapped up. I'll know how much time I need to give myself tomorrow, so I'll just start when I'm feeling ready. I think I have a raid in an hour. It will just be like a little get together to see some content with each other, I guess. I might have to play Gunbreaker on my ult because it's all I have at level 90. I should go see if I can actually pick up the quest. I don't have the eye level to zone in if I were to party finder. But I think if you have 8 people you can get around that. But we'll jump over here and see if I can actually pick up the quest, because that would be excellent if I can. We did a lot of work to get my ult here within the patch, and it was perfectly timed, I must say. Excellent timing as always for me. If only other people had the timing I had. And then also after stream I might look at some melding and gearing and all that, just to see what people are doing. I'm probably gonna need to know what the overall bis is going into the tier. I know it's a lot of crafted gear, but there are pieces that really suck. Like skill, speed, tenacity. No one wants those. So we're gonna avoid them. I guess I should also put up these materia on this character. We're not gonna be using them, because I'll just do all the melds on my other character, so selling them might as well do now. Man, people are really undercutting these. Maybe I shouldn't put them up because of that. Like, I feel like they're going to be more expensive throughout the week. It's a good time to buy lots of material right now if you need to, though. Like, they are so cheap right now. Let's go here. I didn't expect materia to be this cheap, honestly. We'll go pick up the quest just to make sure I can, and then I think I will be done after that. Grab some lunch before raids and all that good stuff. Yes, I can pick up the quest. Obviously, there are other people doing the contents today, so there'll be many people streaming Final Fantasy right now. I am going to avoid them for today. I will watch 0 streams. Because even though maybe I'll look at the guide for the extreme, it's also just an extreme, so I'll probably just go on blind and learn it as I'm in there. Even if the group needs to know I've done all the extremes blind, they're not that difficult. Other than Diamond Weapon, because it's like the extreme I haven't done in this game. I'll have to do it for Mentor at some point. Oldest way to go. But yeah, for the meat of the stream, we are done for today. Just a short one. I was thinking about streaming the raid later, but since it's just normal mode again, there's not really much point. It'll just be, I guess some people will be in there learning. It might be a little bit funny, but I can just chill with the crew. Tomorrow I plan on streaming the whole day though. So whatever happens tomorrow, probably the extreme trial, hopefully the extreme trial. Please be the extreme trial. We're gonna need it. Then I will stream that, because that will be interesting at the very least. Yeah, so let's see. It does require eye level 615. So I'll see, because here, when you're in an 8-man party, there are no restrictions. So I think I should be able to zone in. If not, I'm gonna have to get my crafted gear on my ult before I do the raid. But I'll find out later on today. But for me, thanks for joining me. Hope you all have a great rest of your patch day and a great night or day depending on where you are in the world. I'll see you tomorrow for MSQ. Peace.